Welcome, Sagittarius and Sagittarius cross-watchers, to your December 2023 monthly love reading. So we have the overall situation here, and then we're going to get what each of you is thinking and feeling and actions or intentions towards each other. So I hope you guys are having a great day. And of course, thank you for stopping by my channel. So on your end here, we have the Chariot, Magician, and the Ten of Cups. Okay. Sag, I feel like it almost feels like there's this energy that there's either like a lot of couples around you, or I feel like you know that there's something around you that's trying to get in, and you seem to be holding pretty fast. You know what I mean? It's like you're not really willing to give it any, you're not paying it any mind, if that makes sense. Can we get what Sag is feeling? 4 and 6 of Cups. Yeah, see, it's the same type of energy here. I feel like you are, it's almost like you're allowing yourself to go back to a time when life was a bit easier. You might be sleeping a bit more, or I feel like I'm not saying this right. It feels like you may, not that you feel like you're being obstinate or stubborn, right? But it's like you're holding fast, and you're, whatever this is that's trying to get in, you're not allowing it in. And it's almost like you may, for some reason, not really feel like you totally understand why. And I feel like it's almost like a protective mechanism, in that I feel like you just need to rest. And that's not, you know, the cards telling you, or my own personal 2 cents. It feels like it's what you need, and you are doing that. I feel like, hold on for a second. It's almost the energy of wanting to say to yourself, or thinking, oh, I might be missing out on something, but being honestly too tired to care. Or I guess too tired enough to care to do anything. Okay. Person has the 9 of Swords here. Okay. King of Swords. Ooh. Queen of Swords. Oh, dang. And then the 7 of Pentacles at the bottom. Okay. So I feel like your person is trying to come up with like a master plan to find a way to do this. Of course, the 9 of Swords is that. So I'm just uncomfortable. I'm crossing my legs. Oh my God, I'm sorry. The 9 of Swords usually talks about someone that is overthinking, right? And then we get the King and Queen of Swords for their heart and their head. I mean, that's exactly what that means. It feels like they're getting a little bit annoyed with not getting anywhere with you. I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of feeling like this is a situation where you're not involved with this person right now. It may be, but I'm feeling stronger that something has not even picked up here. And I feel to a certain extent you may start to kind of like make yourself somehow available, or like put yourself in positions so that you're kind of available to this person. I don't know how else to say it. But I feel like they're over here now that you're starting, like if and when you start to come out of your shell, I mean, obviously it's when, because it feels like you're doing it soon. And I don't know why I seem to be stumbling over my words. I'm all of a sudden feeling like this. It's not anxiety that I normally feel. It's like the pit of my stomach. So apologies. um, so I feel like it's almost like you're trying to say that you've built something, like you've built that Ace of Pentacles. And I feel like you are still getting a lot of enjoyment out of whatever it is that you are working on here. But I feel like you may be open to some things. I'm just not so sure that you're open to this person. I hope this reading is making sense. I feel like I'm not connecting very well. It's almost like you know that there's something here that if you, like, you know that what you're doing now is going to somehow impact you long term. And like, of course, everything that we're doing is going to impact us long term, right? But it feels more concrete than that, right? It's the energy of like, if you don't open yourself up to new people and new experiences, which is usually, you know, Saggies are usually pretty open to new, that you may end up like the same way that you are now. And I want to say, like, this might sound strange, okay? It doesn't feel like you have a problem with that. I feel like whatever you've been through, either recently or, you know, consistently, it's almost like you just have learned that it's easier to stay, I want to say, like, stay in the shadows and stay hidden. It's not necessarily, it doesn't feel like it's fear. It's just, it's peaceful there. And I'm going to be honest, I feel like this person over here, they're used to getting what they want. And it's like, I'm almost hearing, I was just about to call them a brat. But I feel like this person is somebody that not only are they used to getting whatever it is that they want, but when they don't, the fact that it's taken so bloody long, right? The fact that you still seem rather elusive to this person, they're getting a little cheesed. They seem to be resentful towards you. It's like, oh, I feel bad for this person now, because it's like they're resentful towards you because they can't walk away from it right now. You know what I mean? It's like they seem to be in this energy where they're just going to wait it out at this point. And what's interesting here is it's like you may be kind of secluding yourself to a certain extent to enjoy peace. And I feel like this person is trying to match that energy, but because it's not actually what they want, it's coming off almost like forceful, if that makes sense. Like forceful solitude, right? It's like they're trying to push it onto people. I feel like this is somebody that it feels like normally they may not need all this validation that I'm about to describe, but I feel like right now they seem to need people to notice what they're doing. It's almost like they need people to see, I'm hearing the sacrifices that they're making. I feel like this person is actually holding back a lot of, it feels like they are protecting you from something somehow. Hold on for a sec. It's almost like they're trying to decide if they're going to make a very decisive move or not. And it's almost like it feels like the kind of person that whatever's going on between the two of you, let's say you somehow make this person angry, or something that you do makes them feel angry. It's like this person might get all riled up either by themselves or if they're talking to people about it. But it's like as soon as they see you, they soften. Right? I feel like that might be where a lot of this, or not a lot of, but where some of that resentment is coming from, because it's that same thing of like, as soon as they see you, that kind of like fiery energy that was about to come in your direction, it's like it just kind of dissipates. And they seem to be holding a candle for you. I feel like whatever energy they're projecting externally is much more self-assured, much more confident than they're actually feeling. And I feel like they actually have a pretty airtight, I was going to say like an airtight story, or I was going to say alibi. I don't know why. But it's like they're very careful. They don't let on that they have insecurities. You know, some people, like, they're getting annoyed about something, but they're keeping their cool. They're keeping their cool, and then somebody says something, and they kind of like that veil comes down, and they kind of yell a little bit, and then it goes back up. This person doesn't do that. It's like they know what to expect from people. They're that type of, like, they've been conditioned to that somehow. So that type of thing doesn't really bother them. And I feel like they are trying to build up a wall towards you. It just feels like this person is kind of sitting over here like, I don't understand. And that's not me saying that it feels like this person's just over here like, I don't understand what's happening here. Right? It's the energy of somebody. It's like they can't quite move towards you yet, but they also can't take their eyes off of you. And I feel like this person is, hold on for a sec. I almost said like they don't get too hung up on people. But maybe they do, maybe they don't. It's just, it feels like there's something different here. It's almost like they know in the past maybe they kind of got what they wanted, but you're what they need. And I feel like actually, well, they may have this like assured energy that they want to come towards you, that they want you. I actually feel like they haven't made the decision to do so. I know that sounds weird, but it's almost like if and when this person makes that decision, like, dun 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 dun, here they come, right? Like, I feel like this is someone that is very action oriented, and it doesn't feel like this is somebody that's going to, make this big splash onto your life and just strong arm their way into it. But I feel like when this person wants something, they don't just sit there and look at it. They go and get it, or if they can't right now, they find a way to get it, and then they make that happen. And I feel like part of them hasn't decided if hold on. It's almost like they know that this is exactly what they want, but they haven't accepted it yet. They don't want to just yet. It's almost like this person seems to have this understanding that getting into something with you, that, just kind of your presence seems to soften them. It's like they feel like they're going to be losing control of a part of themselves. That kind of, when you're in a relationship with someone, especially a romantic relationship, if that's, a situation that this pertains to, each of you kind of surrender to each other in a certain way, right? And in surrendering, you kind of let that wall down and you let that person in. And I feel like this person is, they're not used to not having control. It's almost like this person maybe hasn't felt this way as I start to say that, I want to be really clear that like I'm not trying to put pressure on this relationship. Okay, so please bear in mind that it's the energetics of it. Okay. So with that said, um, it feels like this person feels like being with you would change them into someone, and they're not too sure if that someone is someone that they want to be. I know I said someone a million times. Um, it's almost like they don't want to turn into one of those like lovesick people. Um, that, you know, if they were maybe like, let's say, for example, they used to wear leather jackets or something like that, and now they wear um, like a sweater vest and they go on picnics and stuff. And like, listen, not that there's anything wrong with either of those things, but it's just a very different, um, it's just a very different dynamic for them, right? And, you know, maybe it's like, maybe it's going from sweater vest to leather jacket. Either way, this person knows that it's like there's a part of themselves. Oh, that's it. There's a part of themselves that they have been wanting to like push away and pretend that it's not there. And they've done that really well because they've always been able to be in complete control. And in getting into this with you, in order to accept you and have that, like, you know, I know accept is a strange word to say, but like in order to allow the two of you to kind of start something here, they know that part of themselves is there. They're just trying to ignore it right now. Hold on for a second. There's a real longing coming from this person. So I think we're going to, just going to pull a different deck for, you know, what to expect or final thoughts. Okay. I'm just going to make sure the deck is upright. Any final thoughts for Sagittarius as I throw my cards across the table? Ha! Sorry. So we have the Fool. This is the kind of the dynamic here, right? Hold on for a sec. I feel like this person sees you as somebody that's really feisty. Three of Wands. We're waiting. I feel like, well, this person may have, you know, these feelings for you. They may not really know exactly how you're going to receive them. And I feel like there is some, it's almost like if and when they do make the decision to come towards you, I feel like one extra thing that kind of holds them back or is a bit of a barrier for them to do that. It's like they don't actually know how you're going to receive them. And I feel like if this person came in and you didn't receive them well, I feel like it would put them right back in this energy. And it's almost like, and they know that, so they don't want to come forward until they feel that like it's time. You know what I mean? That energetic shift. It's almost the energy of like when you're, I don't know why, but like at the science center or you're at some sort of like museum and you want to reach out and touch something because it's so kind of mesmerizing, but it's like you're a little bit scared to touch it because you're not so sure you won't get electrocuted. And I feel like that's you to them right now. And I feel like what's going to help them is kind of getting their feet back underneath them. It's like what's going to help them is allowing themselves to become the self-assured person that they're projecting themselves as. So, Saj, I think I'll leave it there. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.